This young boy was brutally stabbed to death by his girlfriend after she found him with another girl in his vehicle. This happened on the 23rd of July 2022. 2 days after the young man shared the story of Tife Bamidele, the woman who set her husband on fire for cheating, and he captioned it, "If I cheat, leave me go abeg. It's not a do or die thing." Unfortunately, he became a victim of something he feared. The young boy, whose name is Paul but popularly called Jiga, was said to have been in a relationship with the culprit Favor. It's unclear how long they have been dating, but it was said Jiga met Favor as a single mother. She had had a child from a previous relationship, and Jiga was said to have taken responsibility for the child, even enrolling the girl in school, paying her school fees, rented an apartment for her, and taking care of her little child as if the child was his. People had described him as a perfect gentleman and a perfect boyfriend. But with this kind of perfection, there is definitely no doubt that girls would be flocking his DM, and that clearly did not sit well with Favor. Many months before the tragedy, it was said Favor began to show signs of obsession. She was extremely jealous of every girl that he was chatting with. She would go through his phone, through his WhatsApp chats, block people, even reply people rudely. And by people, we mean other girls. She never trusted him, always accusing him of being unfaithful. And a lot of Jiggy friends have said that Jiggy always complained about Favor, how she kept forcing him to cut ties with all his female friends, even the ones he was doing business with. She was very insecure and toxic, and it was very obvious. Now it's unclear the day she attacked him and his side chick, but it was said one time she got a tip-off that her boyfriend Jiga was with another girl in his vehicle, and Favor quickly boarded the nearest motorcycle and tracked him all the way to where he was. And the moment she saw them, she began attacking him and the side chick, going as far as breaking his car windows, dragging him by his private parts, tearing his shirt, and basically attacking the other girl in the vehicle. Now, it's not very clear if it's the same day the killing also happened, but what we know is Favor had come to visit him in his apartment on the 23rd, and clearly they had unresolved issues. While they were quarreling in the house, neighbors heard total silence. Obviously, the neighbors felt they were resolving their issues, not knowing it was something worse than that. It's not very clear what happened behind closed doors, but when they were quarreling and everything went silent, after a few minutes, it was said Favor walked out of the apartment, normally as though nothing happened. No blood stains on her body, her hair intact, her makeup looking good, just smiling and walking out of the house as though she didn't do anything. The only thing that raised alarm for the friends was the fact that usually Jiga would escort her out or at least drop her with his vehicle. So them seeing her leave the apartment and them not hearing Jiga's voice or not hearing any noise or not seeing Jiga follow her was what was suspicious. And that was when they ran into his apartment to find him in his pool of blood and his internal organs protruding out of his body. Paul was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. As at the time of making this video, Favor is nowhere to be found. She has officially been declared wanted, and hopefully they find her soon enough. In my mind, I feel like he most likely wanted to break up with her, and that could have been the trigger that led her to stab him. Obviously, she's crazy and toxic, and I believe he had seen the signs and seen that he follows our channel and knows the story that we'll talk about every day here on True Crime. And even maybe with this post that he shared on his Facebook 2 days before the tragedy, it's clear that he was ready to end the relationship with her, and obviously she did not take it too well. Even the way the stabbing was explained, in my mind, I feel like she caught him unawares. It wasn't like they were fighting when she most likely stabbed him. If not, I'm sure he would have fought her back and find a way to break the shock of the knife. But the way she did it, almost mutilating his body, there is a possibility he didn't see it coming. There's a chance he was most likely sleeping, or there's a chance she must have been pretending to beg him and he was just not realizing that she's capable of so much worse. And then out of nowhere, she does what she did to him, made sure she stood there and watched him bleed to the point no one could save him. He must have even tried to scream for help or tried to reach out to his phone to call his guys. But since she was there after stabbing him, I'm sure she prevented him from getting the help he needed on time. And when she was done, she left majestically like nothing happened. And again, obviously, if there was a fight, I'm sure she would have had blood in her clothes when she left the house and people would have seen it. For the fact that she came out of the house looking all clean, she came to murder this boy, and that's what she did. Let's just hope they catch her soon. I don't think she can run very far. Her face is everywhere and I'm sure many people know her. It's really sad. I hate to hear that someone who follows our page would lose their life like this to one of the many stories that we kick against, that we make sure that people are aware of, especially when it comes to relationships and marriages. So you guys, let me know what you think about this story. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to stay subscribed, like and follow this page. Should there be any update, I would let you know.